Last week, I watched a guy at an auction pay $8,200 for a 2016 Nissan Rogue with 130,000 miles and a CVT transmission that is basically a ticking time bomb. Meanwhile, 2 lanes over, a 2012 Lexus RX 350 with 98,000 miles sold for $7,800 and nobody even raised a paddle. That moment right there is exactly why I made this video, because the used car market is broken in a way that actually benefits you if you know where to look. Right now, there are 5 luxury SUVs sitting under $9,000 that originally cost between $40,000 and $55,000 brand new, and they are legitimately more reliable than the economy SUVs people are overpaying for. I am counting these down from good to absolute best, and number 1 is the SUV. I think is the single greatest deal in the entire used car market right now. Let's get into it. Number 5. Lincoln MKX from 2013 to 2015. I know what you're thinking, a Lincoln. Hear me out, because this SUV has no business being this cheap. The first generation MKX ran from 2007 to 2015, and the sweet spot, the years you want, are from 2013 to 2015. These are selling right now for $5,500 to $8,500, depending on mileage and condition. That's a mid-size luxury SUV with heated and cooled leather seats, a panoramic glass roof, a THX certified audio system, push-button start, and genuine wood trim on the dash. When these were new, they started at $43,000, and a loaded one pushed past $48,000. You're getting that experience for the price of a 10-year-old Corolla. Here's why the Lincoln MKX works mechanically. Underneath all that luxury, this is a Ford Edge, and I mean that as a compliment. The 3.7-liter Duratec Va6 in the 2013 to 2015 models produces 305 horsepower and uses a timing chain, not a belt. No turbos, no direct injection headaches. It is a naturally aspirated engine that Ford refined over many years. The 6-speed automatic is the same proven unit Ford used across its entire lineup, and it is a traditional torque converter, not a dual clutch. Now, I will not pretend the Lincoln MKX is trouble-free. RepairPal gives it a 3 out of 5 reliability rating, and the average annual maintenance cost is about $811. That sounds high until you remember that a BMW X3 of the same era will run you over $1,100 a year in maintenance. The most common issue on the MKX is a minor fluid leak from the axle area, which is usually a $200 to $400 fix. Some owners report headliner fitment issues and rattles near the sunroof. Annoying, yes. Expensive, no. About $350 to address. When shopping for one, check the power transfer unit on the all-wheel drive models. Listen for any whining or grinding noise when making slow turns. If the fluid was never changed, the power transfer unit can develop problems. The fix is about $600 to $900, so use that as a negotiation tool. Also check the edge seals on the panoramic roof. If the glass panel shows any signs of water intrusion, walk away. But if you find a clean, well-maintained 2013 to 2015 MKX with 90,000 to 110,000 miles, you are getting a genuinely luxurious SUV that costs Ford money to repair, not Lincoln money, because the parts underneath are Ford parts, priced like Ford parts, and available everywhere. Number 4. Infiniti FX35, 2009 to 2012. If you have never driven an FX35, you need to understand something. This was not built to be a family hauler. This was built to be a sports car that happens to be an SUV. Infiniti designed this thing with the same obsession for driving dynamics that you would find in a German performance SUV, but with Japanese reliability underneath. And the depreciation on these is absolutely criminal. A 2010 or 2011 FX35 with around 100,000 miles is selling right now for $7,000 to $9,000. When new, these started at $43,850, and a fully loaded one ran past $52,000. You are buying $50,000 worth of engineering for $8,000. The heart of the FX35 is Nissan's legendary VQ35HR 3.5-liter V6. This engine has been on Ward's 10 Best Engines list more times than almost any power plant in automotive history. It produces 303 horsepower and uses a timing chain designed to last the life of the engine. No turbo, no supercharger, just naturally aspirated, high-revving, reliable V6 power. The 7-speed automatic transmission in the second-generation FX35 is a traditional torque converter unit that shifts smoothly and has a strong track record. RepairPal gives the FX35 a 3.5 out of 5 reliability rating, which ranks it 4th out of 14 luxury midsize SUVs. The average annual repair cost is $617. Compare that to the BMW X5 at over $1,100, or the Mercedes ML class at nearly $1,000. The most commonly reported issue is a cracked radiator on some higher mileage examples, which runs about $600 to $800 to fix. That's it. That's the scary thing about these trucks. There is not much that goes wrong. The probability of a major repair on the FX35 is just 9%, compared to 11% for the luxury mid-size SUV average. When you are test driving one, pay attention to 3 things. First, listen for any ticking noise from the engine at cold startup. The VQ35 can develop a minor exhaust manifold tick that is cosmetic, not catastrophic, but it is a $400 to $600 fix if it bothers you. Second, check the condition of the leather. The FX35 has a low roofline and a sporty driving position, so the bolsters on the driver's seat take a beating on higher mileage examples. Third, test the all-wheel drive system. Find a steep incline and accelerate from a stop. Any hesitation or shudder means the transfer case fluid has not been changed, and you are looking at a $300 service, or potentially more if it has been neglected too long. Who should buy this? Anyone who wants a luxury SUV that actually makes them smile when they drive it. The FX35 handles like nothing else in this price range. It corners flat, steers with precision, and the V6 sounds incredible under load. If you are coming from a sports sedan and need more ground clearance, this is your vehicle. Number 3, the Acura RDX, 2013 to 2015. Here's where things start getting serious. The second-generation Acura RDX that launched in 2013 is, according to RepairPal, the #1 ranked luxury compact SUV for reliability. Number 1, not number 2, not top 5. Literally first place with a 4.5 out of 5 reliability rating. And you can find them under $9,000. Wrap your head around that for a second. A 2013 or 2014 RDX with 100,000 to 120,000 miles is going for $7,000 to $9,000 right now. These had an original manufacturer suggested retail price starting at $35,090, and a loaded technology package model pushed $40,000. The average annual repair cost is $497. That is lower than the Honda CR-V. Let me repeat that. A luxury Acura costs less to maintain per year than its Honda equivalent. When Acura redesigned the RDX for 2013, they made a brilliant decision. They dropped the turbocharged 2.3-liter four-cylinder from the first generation and replaced it with a naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6, producing 273 horsepower. This is the J35 engine family, one of Honda's most proven power plants. No turbo to fail, no intercooler to leak, no wastegate to stick. Just a reliable V6 paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. The engine uses a timing belt, and that is the one thing you need to be aware of. Honda recommends replacement at 105,000 miles, and it will cost between $700 and $1,000. If you are buying one with 95,000 miles and the belt has never been done, negotiate that cost off the price. The probability of a major repair on the RDX is just 6%, compared to 10% for the luxury compact SUV average and 12% for all vehicles. That's almost half the industry norm. When you are shopping, check the front engine cover gasket. Some 2013 and 2014 models develop a minor oil seep from this area. It is not urgent, but it can eventually drip onto the alternator if ignored, costing you about $700 to $900 for the gasket repair. If you catch it early, it is a non-issue. Here is the secret advantage of the RDX. Because it says Acura on the badge instead of Lexus, it depreciates like a mainstream car. A comparable 2013 Lexus NX did not even exist yet, but a 2014 Lexus RX 350 with similar miles still sells for $14,000 to $17,000. You are saving $6,000 to $8,000 for an SUV that statistically breaks down less often. The math does not lie. Standard features on the RDX include leather seats, heated front seats, power liftgate, Bluetooth, and a rear-view camera. The technology package adds navigation, a premium audio system, and Acura's Jewel-Eye LED headlights that still look modern today. You are getting a genuinely premium driving experience that costs less to own than a base model Hyundai Tucson. Number 2. Acura MDX, 2010 to 2013. If the RDX is the best-kept secret in the compact luxury SUV segment, the MDX is the best-kept secret in the 3-row luxury segment. This is a 7-passenger SUV with Honda engineering, a bulletproof V6, standard all-wheel drive on most models, and it is selling for less than a used Kia Telluride with twice the miles. The pricing on these makes absolutely no sense. A 2011 or 2012, Acura MDX in good condition with 100,000 to 130,000 miles is going for $6,500 to $9,000. Kelley Blue Book lists the 2012 MDX private party value at around $7,925 and the 2011 at about $7,375. These had a base MSRP of $43,815 when new, and an advanced package model ran over $53,000. You are paying 15 cents on the dollar for a 3-row luxury SUV with standard all-wheel drive, a V6, and Honda reliability. The second-generation MDX from 2007 to 2013 uses Honda's 3.7-liter J37A1 V6, producing 300 horsepower. This is an evolution of the same J series engine family that powers everything from the Honda Pilot to the Odyssey minivan. It is naturally aspirated, uses a timing belt with a recommended replacement at 105,000 miles, and has a proven track record that stretches back decades. Kelley Blue Book owners give the 2012 MDX a 4.7 out of 5 reliability rating and the 2011 and 2010 score identically. The 5-speed automatic in the earlier models is smooth and durable. Here's what I love about the MDX from this era. It came standard with Acura's super handling all-wheel drive system, which actively distributes torque between the front and rear axles and side to side across the rear axle. This is not just a snow and ice system. It actually improves cornering by sending more power to the outside rear wheel in a turn. No other SUV in this price range has anything close to that level of engineering. The years to target are 2011 to 2013. The 2009 MDX is fine, but it had slightly fewer features. Avoid 2010 if possible, as some owners reported minor issues, though nothing catastrophic. 2011 through 2013, that is the sweet spot. The biggest complaints from owners in these years are tiny things: a backup camera glitch, a garage door opener acting up. Real problems cost $400 or less. When inspecting one, check the timing belt service history first. If it has not been done and the car has 100,000 miles or more, either negotiate $800 to $1,000 off the price or walk. Second, check all 4 tires for uneven wear. That super handling all-wheel drive system is sophisticated, but it requires all 4 tires to be within a 1/4 inch of each other in tread depth, or the system gets stressed. Third, test the Bluetooth and navigation. The older infotainment in these can be laggy, but it should still function. Budget $300 for an aftermarket CarPlay head unit if you want to modernize it. If this kind of honest car advice is saving you time and money, hit subscribe. I am going deep on the vehicles that actually make financial sense, so you do not have to learn the hard way. Number 1. Lexus RX 350 from 2008 to 2010. Here it is, the single best luxury SUV you can buy for under $9,000. And it is not even close. The 3rd generation Lexus RX 350, which ran from 2010 to 2015, sits at the top of this list. But even the late 2nd generation models from 2008 and 2009 are included here because they share the same bulletproof engineering philosophy. A 2009 or 2010 Lexus RX 350 with 100,000 to 130,000 miles is selling right now for $7,000 to $9,000. These had an original manufacturer suggested retail price of $38,400 to $43,000, depending on trim and options. You are getting a vehicle that costs someone over $40,000 for the price of a beater pickup. And here is the thing, this is not a beater. This is a Lexus. You get leather-heated seats, dual-zone climate control, a Mark Levinson premium audio system on some trims, keyless entry, a power liftgate, and the kind of interior fit and finish that makes a same-year BMW X3 feel like it was assembled in a hurry. The materials age beautifully. I have seen 15-year-old RX interiors that look like they are 5 years old because Lexus does not cut corners on cabin quality. But the real story is under the hood. The 2010 RX 350 uses the 3.5-liter 2 GRFE V6, producing 275 horsepower paired with a 6-speed automatic. The 2008 and 2009 models use the earlier 3.5-liter with a 5-speed automatic, which is slightly less fuel efficient but equally reliable. This engine family is the same one Toyota and Lexus have used across dozens of models for years. Timing chain driven, so there is no belt to replace. Naturally aspirated, so there is no turbo to fail. No direct injection carbon buildup issues. It is engineering simplicity at its finest, and it just runs. RepairPal gives the Lexus RX 350 a 4 out of 5 reliability rating, and the average annual repair cost is just $550. The probability of a major repair is 8%. That is lower than the Toyota Camry. Let that sink in. A luxury SUV that is statistically less likely to need a major repair than the most popular sedan in America. According to Kelley Blue Book owners, the 2010 RX 350 earns a 4.8 out of 5 reliability score. That's nearly perfect. The 10-year maintenance cost for the RX 350 comes in under $8,000, which is roughly half what you would pay over the same period for a BMW X5 or Mercedes ML. And the RX requires 0.4 unscheduled repair visits per year, which matches the industry average for all vehicles, not just luxury ones. You are getting luxury tax without the luxury maintenance bill. Here is my inspection checklist for the RX 350. First, check for the VVT-E oil line issue. Some 2007 to 2012 models had an oil line known to develop leaks. It is a known problem with a straightforward fix, about $300 to $500 at an independent shop. Look underneath for any oil residue around the engine. Second, test the air conditioning thoroughly on both sides. Some models from this era had an air conditioning amplifier failure that causes the system to blow warm or to display an error. The fix is around $400 to $600, so factor that in if it is acting up. Third, check the tire wear pattern. The RX 350 is a heavy SUV, and alignment neglect shows up fast. Uneven front tire wear means you are looking at an alignment plus potentially new tires, so negotiate accordingly. Fourth, open and close every door, the liftgate, and test the power features. On a 15-year-old luxury SUV, electric motors for seats, mirrors, and windows are the things that eventually need attention. None are expensive individually, but they add up if multiple items are failing. Who should buy this SUV? Anyone who wants to experience what luxury car ownership is supposed to feel like without the luxury car ownership headaches. This is the SUV you buy when you are done gambling on German lease returns that need $3,000 in repairs every 18 months. This is what you buy when you realize that a badge from Lexus means Toyota engineers built it, Toyota Quality Control inspected it, and Toyota parts are available to fix it. If you are keeping an SUV for 200,000 miles and want the lowest total cost of ownership in the luxury segment, the RX 350 is your answer. So there it is, 5 luxury SUVs the market forgot, sitting under $9,000 right now, while people throw their money at overpriced economy crossovers with half the features and questionable reliability. The Lincoln MKX, with its cooled seats and Ford parts pricing. The Infiniti FX35, with its legendary V6 and sports car handling. The Acura RDX, literally ranked #1 in its class for reliability. The Acura MDX, a 7-passenger luxury hauler with Honda engineering for under $9,000. And the Lexus RX 350, the closest thing to a sure bet that exists in the used car world. You now know 5 SUVs you can buy for the price of a decent mountain bike that will outlast vehicles costing 3 times as much. Next time a salesman tries to push you into a 5-year-old Rogue or a 3-year-old lease return with a service history thicker than a phone book, you will know better. If you want to know which SUVs have actually earned legendary status in the shop, the ones that refuse to die no matter what their owners did to them, I covered that right here. Like if this helped. Subscribe for more real car advice that saves you real money. Drive safe. Take care of your car, and it will take care of you. Take it or leave it. I'll see you in the next one.